Hi everybody, this is Fox Nomad, and today I want to help you travel smarter by taking a look at the DJI Mavic Pro road tested after 18 months of use in travel. Now, I've been using this DJI Mavic Pro for the last 18 months or so, but to be fair and to start off, I'll say that it's almost a refurbished model. So I did crash this drone on the first or second time that I ever flew it, unfortunately, and it came back from DJI repaired and essentially refurbished. But since that time, I've flown it for hundreds of hours, and it's held up actually surprisingly well. When I first got the Mavic, one of the things I was worried about was these plastic little landers here. So every time I would land on asphalt or concrete, they would get scuffed up, and I figured after a year or so they would be totally worn down or broken off or something like that. But actually they've held up pretty well. I'm actually very surprised that those landers have held up pretty well. As far as the other electronics on the bottom, the sensors, the proximity sensors, those two have held up very well. As you can see here, that they haven't really been bent or damaged from landing, and I'm not always landing on completely flat surfaces, so I'm landing on grass often. I never fly with this screen on, so that screen has been scuffed up, and that's probably just from being taken in and out of my backpack, but I never fly with the screen on. The actual lens itself has held up very, very well. There are no scuffs and scratches on the lens. Proximity sensors on the front have held up very well. So in terms of physical damage to the drone, there really isn't much unless you crash it or knock it into something. So if you're worried about these plastic landers, these plastic landing gear on the bottom, then you don't have to worry about that. Those are going to last you very well. So in terms of battery life, the battery is rated to give you about 27 minutes, but that's under super ideal conditions. But more or less you're going to get about 20 to 22 minutes of actual flight time using the battery. And the battery has held up very well as well in terms of standby time. It's still excellent. You can easily charge this full and keep this in your backpack for a week or even up to a month, and it's still going to hold most of its charge. The same thing with the remote control. The remote control has excellent battery life. It has much more battery life than the actual drone, so you can get at least 4 full flights out of the remote control with 1 full charge. And the standby time here is also excellent. You can charge this up and it will keep its battery life. It will hold that battery life for weeks and weeks, and I've tested that as well. Now, in terms of the actual battery capacity, that has also remained relatively stable. Like I said, I've flown this drone so many times, and I still get a solid 20 minutes out of every flight. So in terms of durability, the DJI Mavic Pro is great, but it has a lot of competition. Even DJI last year came out with the Mavic Air, which is a smaller drone. It doesn't have quite as much battery life, but it's got almost as good video quality, and it's positioned and it's priced relatively the same. So if you can find one on eBay or Amazon from a reputable seller and you can get it for a lot less than 800 bucks, then I think it's probably a good investment as a drone. I mean, it's a great drone, but it's starting to look like a dinosaur. So I'm sure the Mavic Air 2 is going to be smaller and be as capable in terms of video quality as the Mavic Pro. So if you can get one of these things for a couple $100s off the new price, then I think it's worth it. That they hold up pretty well. You can even buy a new battery for about $80, and then you don't have to worry about any kind of battery capacity issues. The actual drone, the motors and everything seem very, very reliable and built to last. You can change the propellers, which I haven't had to do very often. The only times I've had to actually change the propellers is when I crashed the drone. And these are the low noise propellers, so you can take advantage of these as well. Those were originally designed for the Mavic Pro Platinum, but they work on the Mavic Pro as well, and they'll make your drone just a little bit quieter. So like I said, if you can get your hands on a Mavic Pro for about $500, I think it's a good investment. Otherwise, you're probably better off spending a little bit more money to get the DJI Mavic Air. But this isn't really a comparison video, it's to show you how well this thing is held up. So if you are someone who's looking at a drone and you're looking at the Mavic Pro and you travel a lot and you're going to fly this thing a lot, I think after 18 months you can be pretty certain it's going to do you pretty well. So there you have it. That's my road tested review of the DJI Mavic Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to let me in the comments below. And while you're down there, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. And if you really like this video, hit the subscribe button. I'll have new videos for you every week. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.